What up guys and fellow lovers of the cube world, welcome back to another Redstone video with me, GiorgioJGZ. And today I'm gonna show you how to build an automatic brewing system. This is also a stackable brewing system, so you can stack it together, and it's 2 blocks wide, so yeah, it's super cool. It is this one that we have here. Well, actually this one has some extra parts that I like to call add-ons. And yeah, I'm gonna show you how to add those add-ons to your brewing system. But the brewing system itself is just this, so it's super cheap, super easy to build, and I'm gonna show you how to build it right now. So first of all, here we have the materials that we're gonna need. So 7 blocks, 7 solid blocks, any solid blocks that you want, 1 slab, 9 redstone dust, 2 redstone repeaters, 2 redstone comparators, 2 redstone torches, 1 sticky piston, 1 observer, 6 droppers, 16 hoppers, that's the expensive part of the system, 2 barrels, 2 chests, a lever, and 51 items, any items that you want. And yeah, once you have all those materials, you can start with your brewing system. So first of all, we're gonna select how high our brewing system is gonna go. I'm gonna build mine at that height because I'm gonna then add some add-ons. So the first part of the system is quite easy. You just need to select where your storage is gonna be. So mine is gonna be right here, and we're gonna use one of the barrels for that. Then back at the back of the barrel, we're gonna place a hopper, and behind that hopper, we're gonna place a redstone dust. Actually, let's do that on the slab that we mentioned. So we're gonna place a redstone dust on our slab. As you can see, we can also use a glass block, but yeah, for the sake of the video, we're gonna use a slab. Then we're gonna place a repeater at the back of that redstone dust. Then at the back of that repeater, we're gonna place a solid block, and at the back of that solid block, a redstone dust, just like so. Then on top of that redstone dust, we're gonna place another solid block with a redstone torch right on that side, or at its back. And then on top of the block, we're gonna place a lever and activate it. That is gonna, turn on all this system down here. Then we're gonna place a redstone comparator facing that way, in front of this solid block that we just placed. Then we're gonna place 2 hoppers facing each other perpendicularly to that comparator, just like this. Then we're gonna place a solid block on top of this hopper, and we're gonna place a redstone torch to its side. And then we're gonna grab our 51 items, and we're gonna place them on this hopper that has the torch on top of it. And then we're gonna place a solid block right in front of the hopper. We're gonna place a comparator facing that way on top of that block, and then we're gonna place our brewing stand. I forgot to place a brewing stand in the materials, but you also need a brewing stand, of course. Then we're gonna place a hopper on top of the brewing stand, another hopper, and I believe another hopper. Is that right? Yeah, 3 hoppers on top of the brewing stand, just like so. Oh, that was some lag there. Then we're gonna place a hopper next to that last hopper, and we're gonna extend that hopper line by 6. So just like so. Then we're gonna place a sticky piston in front of this torch facing upward, and an observer also facing upward on top of the sticky piston. Then 1 block over, we're gonna place a dropper facing to that hopper. And as you can see, the hopper should align perfectly to that dropper. So we're gonna extend the line of droppers just like that, 5 droppers more, and that way we have 6. Those are for the 6 ingredients that we're gonna use. We're gonna place also 6 redstone dust on top of the 6 droppers to form a redstone dust line. And finally, we're gonna place 2 more hoppers, one to the side of the brewing stand and one in front of it. We're gonna place a barrel on top of this hopper that it's in front of the brewing stand, and we're gonna place our 2 chests right on top of this hopper, forming a double chest. Oh yeah, and I forgot. we're gonna place a block here with a repeater and two ticks, just like so. Actually, I did this wrong. We're gonna have the chest like that. We're gonna add another hopper and a redstone dust on top of this hopper. Sorry about that, but that should make the entire system now. So the way this system works is quite easily, actually. Once we flick this lever, we activate the whole system. This redstone torch is gonna turn on, and this sticky piston will push this observer upward, activating all these droppers. Now, the way the ingredients should be placed is viewing the system like this, from right to left. So on this first dropper, we're gonna place our first ingredient, which in this case is for an invisibility potion with lingering. So yeah, once this observer, activates all these droppers, the ingredients are gonna come into the brewing stand. The first ingredient is gonna come, it's gonna be placed in here, and the 5 extra ingredients are gonna stay in place in order inside of this hopper. Now this comparator, is reading this hopper, and yeah, once it has at least one ingredient in it, it's gonna turn off this redstone torch, which will allow these amethyst shards, or the object that you placed in here, to pass to the other hopper. Once one of the items has passed to the other hopper, this comparator is gonna detect that, and is gonna turn off this redstone torch, retracting this piston and this observer to be able to be ready for the next batch of potions. As you know, potions need also some extra stuff. So we now have the ingredients. We also need some blaze powder, and that's gonna go in this little place here. To fill in that slot there, we have this hopper and this barrel. So we can fill this barrel with blaze powder, and as you can see, it will start flowing into this hopper and will refill this little slot that we have here. The water bottles are also being filled with a hopper, with this one right here, and that hopper, as it has a redstone dust on top of it, we cannot place another hopper or anything on top of it, basically. So what we're doing is placing another hopper right on the side, and a large chest on top of it, because water bottles are unstackable items. So to be able to fit a little bit more, we can use a large chest. So we can fill this with water bottles, and as you can see, they start flowing, and they're not gonna flow into the brewing stand until we activate the system, but they're gonna flow into this hopper. Once the system is active, we're gonna see the items coming in, as you can see. And yeah, the water bottles are in also, as well, so that's perfect. Once the first item has finished its brewing process, the next item is gonna come, and yeah, then the next item, the next item, the next item, until the 6th item. This system can work for 6 items only. You could technically extend it with more hoppers and more droppers to the side, but I don't think there's a potion that uses more than 6 ingredients. So you can use it with 6 or less ingredients. If you want less ingredients, you just leave empty these last droppers and just fill in the first ones. To stop the system, you just have to flick this lever again, and once the ingredients have finished their brewing process, the brewing stand is gonna stop. It's gonna do nothing. Actually, even the potions that just finished brewing are gonna stay there, so they're not gonna pass into the barrel. If you activate the system again, the potions will pass into the barrel again. So let's wait to see the first potions coming in. So the last seconds of the dragon's bread, which is the last ingredients, are in, and we can see all the bottles going into this hopper and into the barrel. If we turn it off, these potions are gonna finish up brewing, but they're not gonna come into the barrel. So that's the first system done, but as I said at the beginning, we have some add-ons. Now, what do I mean by add-ons? Some little systems that we can add to our brewer to make it even smarter. So the first system is this little one, which is a water bottle maker system, I guess. it makes water bottles. It turns empty glass bottles into water bottles and fills this chest again. The ingredients that we're gonna need for this system are real simple actually. We need 5 solid blocks, 3 redstone comparators, 4 hoppers, 1 sticky piston, 1 observer, 1 redstone block, 1 dropper, 1 dispenser, 2 chests to form a double chest, and the most important ingredient, the most important redstone component is the cake, of course. To build this add-on, we come here onto our brewing system and we place ourselves right next to this chest. From this chest, we're gonna start our system. So we're gonna get a redstone comparator reading from the chest, and it's gonna come onto redstone dust. We're gonna place another redstone comparator right in front of the redstone dust, but facing that way instead. Then we're gonna place another block with a cake, our most important component, of course. And then we're gonna place an observer on top of that redstone dust facing upward. Then we're gonna place a sticky piston right on top of the observer facing that way. Then we're gonna place a redstone dust redstone block, in front of that sticky piston, and we're gonna place 2 hoppers facing each other. Then we're gonna place a comparator facing out of this hopper right here. Then we're gonna place a dropper facing downward, just like so, and a dispenser facing that way. Then we're gonna grab a stair. I forgot to place stairs on the materials, I believe. Yep, I did. But we need a stairs block. Actually, let's put it facing this way so that the system is still 2 blocks wide. And then I also forgot to place a sign on the material list. So we also need a sign. Then we're gonna fill these stairs with some water. We're gonna waterlog it. And we're gonna place a hopper right in front of this dropper. And we're gonna create our double chest on top of that hopper. So that's our whole system. Then we're gonna grab any item that you want. I'm gonna use amethyst shards again, and I'm gonna place one of them in this hopper, just like so. Now, since the system has this redstone block here, it's not gonna be active. So before we activate it, let's actually fill it with some normal bottles, empty bottles that is. We're gonna fill this large chest with some glass bottles, just like so. And as you can see, they start flowing into this dropper. If we move this redstone dust by 1 block, the system is gonna get activated. Now we should be seeing some... Oh, I forgot. We're missing a hopper right there. Yeah, elsewhere the bottles are gonna start jumping out. But now we can see our water bottles starting to fill the chest. Once it's filled, yeah, the system is gonna turn off itself. We have 1 extra water bottle inside this hopper, but that's alright. Whenever we take out some of the water bottles, the system is gonna automatically turn on and it's gonna refill it. The second add-on that we can add to our system is a Shulker Box Loader, and it's probably the second most important part of the system because the first one is the system itself. But if we add a Shulker Box Loader on its output, we're gonna be able to produce way more potions than just with this little barrel, right? For this, you can use my 1 white tileable Shulker Box Loader. I'll leave the link down in the description. It's this one right here. So I'm not gonna teach you how to do it. You can go onto the tutorial and watch how it's done. But I will say 2 things though. First of all, I would recommend to remove this barrel right here and to change this hopper to be facing downwards. Then to add another hopper right here, and finally a 3rd hopper, I believe. Yeah, 3rd hopper right there. And from there you can start my system. That 3rd hopper will be facing directly into the shulker box. So that's it with the tutorial, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it. I hope you find this brewing system useful. And yeah, if you did, please hit the thumbs up down below. Please consider subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.